Welcome back. This is PSA number 3, Global Warming and Climate Change. Just like about everything else, the subject of climate change has somehow become a partisan issue. Liberals insist it's real, it's our fault, and they need to create a solutions infrastructure that will save us from ourselves. Conservatives insist it's not real, it's all fabricated by liberals, and they want to create a solutions infrastructure to save us from ourselves. Is climate change real? The climate is changing all the time. Just come to the Midwest where you can have a tornado watch and a winter storm warning in the same day. Now, I do understand that seasonal climate shifts are not relevant to global climate shift, other than the relationship between severe seasonal occurrences contingent on the ocean conveyors and the root cause of those conveyor changes. Is global warming real? Actually, the Earth has been in a global warming period for thousands of years because we are slowly coming to the end of the last ice age. That's just how it works. Ice age, then meltdown, then a period of warmness and stability until the next ice age. In the last 300 years, however, this seems to have accelerated. So I guess the real question is, are we as humans accelerating this meltdown? And if so, does this help reach that period of stability sooner, or could it trigger the next ice age prematurely? We have no way of knowing whether or not this accelerated meltdown is naturally occurring or aggravated by an out-of-control human infestation. It's probably a bit of both, but it is very easy to assume that mankind's undoing will be mankind itself, given our destructive nature. However, of the 5 great extinctions, and numerous others, none were caused by any one species or as a direct result of an ice age. They were the result of long-term chronic global conditions collapsed by a short-term shock effect, the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. A chronic condition would be any gradual changes in the sea or air that would affect photosynthesis, such as changes in CO2 levels or oceanic sulfide emissions caused by low sea levels, extended cooling, warming, methane geysers, reality TV, all kinds of terrible, nasty things. The plants die off, then the plant eaters, then the meat eaters. A short-term shock event could be a solar flare, supervolcano, asteroid impact, gamma burst, etc. Then, add the complication of these things happening on a planet that has been knocked off its rotational axis, which is likely a primary factor in these chronic conditions in the first place, and it's easy to understand the periodic mass extinction domino effect. However, the Earth is incredibly resilient and does survive, but at a high cost. Best estimates are that since the beginning, 99.7 to 99.9% of all species that have ever existed have become extinct, as will us humans be eventually, unless we propagate beyond our solar system. Maybe that's the real lesson behind Noah's Ark, that if we become complacent in our survival and arrogant in our dominance, sooner or later we will go the way of the dinosaur. In the story The Day the Earth Stood Still, they asked the alien, "Why have you come to our planet?" To which the alien responded with a very puzzled look, "Your planet?" And they said, yes, why are you here?" And he said, "To save the Earth." Soon after, he begins destroying everything and everyone. And when confronted with, "You said you were here to save the Earth," his response was, "Yes, I am." And it was only then that they realized he was saving the Earth from us. Kind of an interstellar Orkin man. In reality, intervention is not really necessary. Okay, we've been bad tenants and certainly won't get our deposit back, but whatever damage we do, the planet will undo through the natural cycle of mass extinctions and the imperceptible erosive effects of time. Once we're gone, in a few 100,000 years, this will all have crumbled and be buried for some future archaeologist to dig up and spend the rest of his days trying to figure out what a thigh master was used for. However, the Noah's Ark lesson goes beyond our own extinction, because even if we can't kill the planet and it dodges every possible collision or catastrophe, it will die when the sun dies. This is an inescapable fact with no debate other than when it will happen. My hope is that someday humanity will stop squandering its resources and start planning for the day our lease finally runs out. Thank you and enjoy your day.